Hi everybody, we are back again and we are here with another segment, but this time we're talking about luxury travel. I know everybody loves to travel. Traveling is starting to be like one of the hottest things out there. And not only the hottest thing out there, I feel that luxury travel and all it, going to one destination and actually staying somewhere is amazing. So, of course, we have Dr. Briley here. Yeah. We have my co-host, Austin, and AIC representative.
I'm Rachel Burk. Yes.
So we'll just be talking and hitting a lot of little things. She'll be giving us some insights of what is going on in her industry and giving you a little information about some travel destinations that you might need to know about if you're getting married, if you're going to be traveling with the family, and some places you could travel without the kids, like leave them behind. So let's get started. What we like to do sometimes, and I forgot to even say it to you right before the show, but it's okay. We like to just kind of talk about like something fun that happened, something that you want to share with the viewers of something fun that happened this week with you, and we just kind of go around. The last episode I was talking about something, but this one I'm gonna say this time, and I never say it. I don't think I have anything this time that I can. I know.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. I know, but seriously, I don't think I have anything this time.
No?
I don't think so.
Are we talking like
anything like
embarrassing?
family, anything, something fun, something funny, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. But we have matching cups.
Yeah, my little gift I got last week.
Yeah, your little gift you got last week, and I'll talk about this. So I went to Starbucks and I found these amazing cups by Farm Rio. So, that was a genius idea to merge Farm Rio with Starbucks. And so these are limited edition cups that are out there. If you try to go get some somewhere, you might not find them at a different Starbucks. So shout out to Starbucks on that one. That was pretty cool how they did the partnership. So tell me something about you. Yeah. Gives you a little time to think about something fun.
Good thing.
Right. Yeah. That's where I was giving her the eyes. No, but I don't know. I try to come up with something personal, not just about real estate. But I guess all I do is work. So
right.
One of my clients this week, though, happens to be one of your family members.
Oh, okay.
Stopped by one of her houses. I think she ended up grabbing you right after and saying we have to go back out there, but key thing to always check out, especially when you're custom building your own house, is to go check on every single stage.
Correct.
And it's something that we talked about before, so she makes it a point to go out there every few days.
Correct.
Which is fine. And she was like, I probably sound like a crazy B word. And I'm like, no, they deal with this. They're used to this, first of all. And no, you're not being someone crazy. Crazy B words are the ones like, I think that brick's crooked outside and see number 326 brick.
Right.
It looks crooked.
Well, it's your investment. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing.
She ran into, since we've had all this rain, their construction has been on and off whenever it's not raining and whenever it is. She goes out there right after the rain finished, not even a day to dry, and they're putting up the roof and everything. Roof's done within a day. And so she's waiting until the guys walk away and gets out of her car and walks through, and I don't know, I'd probably say 20 to 30 of the boards are completely
split,
black, and split where the nails are in it, because the metal of the nails are wet. Metal can't be wet, especially when it's inside wood, so it made the wood rot and it split all of them. And she was like, these guys said they'd come back out tomorrow and putting up the rest of the stuff. And what do I do? And I was like, well, we do have to wait out the weekend. But no, I don't think they're going to be out tomorrow. That's not the next stage. Those guys are probably going to be out tomorrow doing the next thing. Anyways, but just key big thing is to watch every stage of your thing. And the builder is not always a bad guy, but he's also not paying attention to every single thing for you. Right. So it is your responsibility, and that's why you also get a realtor to help go fight that fight for you too. But I'm like, she's like, nope, I was about to just tell him, leave that ladder there, because I'm gonna climb up to the top of this house.
And look at every entity, because it's an investment. You know, anything property is a huge investment, and so you should go out there. Especially, you know, it don't even have to be your first home, but it is an investment and it is something to keep an eye on. So, yeah. And, you know, with our property management company, we do have an umbrella and an arm that actually, for those that can't go, because you have to have a very good job to be able to go check on a piece of property that is built that you're building. You have to have that advantage because you can't check on it every day like that. So we have a small entity in Blue Scorpion where we kind of like take that from you and kind of help you with your realtor,
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's why we're working hand in hand on that little situation. So, yeah. So what about you?
I have nothing real estate.
That's fine.
Oh, that's
No,
fine.
we usually don't.
That is fine. We
Okay,
usually don't, but we've been working like crazy.
I got it. So just some fun. I have 3 boys.
Aw.
And my smallest one is 3 years old. And we went recently and saw the new remake of the Lilo and Stitch movie.
Aw.
And we had the amazing revelation that my 3-year-old is literally Stitch.
Oh, no.
He is a destructive force with 9,000 energy levels.
Oh, yeah.
And then he is like so sweet too.
Right.
He'll always be like, "Hey mom, I like you."
Yeah.
Like, I like you too.
Your front windshield's busted.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
All the tires are flat. It's fine.
Well, that's cute. Thanks for sharing.
I was known as Bam Bam growing up.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Because we didn't
I know.
Stitch.
Well,
Perfect.
right. Stitch wasn't there yet.
That's
But,
cute.
yeah. Anyways.
So hit us with some information about your industry. Tell us insight of like what you do, and share with the viewers about the properties, because I know there's some coming out in 2026, maybe one I think it is. But tell us more about what you do.
Okay, if I get long-winded, just
No,
jump
we
in
love
there.
it. We love it.
So I am a representative for AIC, and I am a business development manager for the company, and we represent all-inclusive properties in the Mexico Caribbean area. So Cabo, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, upcoming Jamaica, that's the one you were talking about, and Punta Cana. And so our brands under the AIC umbrella are going to be the Hard Rock All-Inclusive Properties, the Unico Collection, which is our adult-only brand, and then we also it's everyone's favorite. And then we also are representing the Nobu Hotel Collection as well, and that's not all-inclusive.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we are.
And what makes that one different when you say not all-inclusive? Like, so it's a la carte to different things at that resort?
Yeah, so an all-inclusive property is where you literally, as a client, well, as a travel agent, you can package like flights, transfers, and the resort.
Okay.
And they can put it all in this nice little bow and say, okay, have a wonderful vacation.
Okay.
And everything is included. Their drinks, their entertainment, their meals, their snacks.
Right.
All of it. You just show up and you
enjoy.
Create the experience that you want, right? So if you're looking for something more romantic, you can help guide your clients to that. If you want something fast, fun, and party, you can guide your clients to that. And we have properties that will fit all of these experiences, right? Mm-hmm. But it's always up to the client and destination what kind of experience they have. So they just make that.
Yeah,
you just, fun. As a travel agent, you curate that for them.
I feel like it's a missed thing in luxury.
So
like a lot of people don't think, whenever you hear all inclusive, they're like, oh no, that's gonna be whoever can just get the cheapest thing all in one little thing. Whereas it's forgotten or unknown that no, you can save a nice all inclusive.
Do you know why?
No.
This is my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion is that people in the luxury market don't love the idea of all inclusive because the all inclusive brands that they have been to, the food kills it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my experience. It's the food. So what did the Hard Rock and Unico properties do? They elevated that food experience.
Really?
It's incredible.
Okay.
Like one of our properties, the chef at our Mexican restaurant is the winner of Top Chef Mexico. Can you get any better than that?
You can't get any better than
No.
that.
Right.
You can't get any better than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we have this wonderful product where if you have those luxury clients, you can send them our way and they're going to have a fantastic experience.
Right.
If you have a more budget client, we also have an option for them, but it's still an elevated experience.
Right.
And so you are kind of setting the bar really high, honestly,
Right.
when you send them to our properties. But then when Nobu comes in, that's going to be for your guests who are like, I refuse to go to an all-inclusive property. I'm not doing it.
I want a la carte everything.
Great, I have
Right.
something for you.
Right.
And that we've got a Miami Nobu resort. We have a Chicago if they love a great rooftop bar. Or we have a Cabo. Did I say Cabo? I said Chicago.
Yep, Miami.
Miami. And then Cabo. Chicago and Cabo. Ugh.
Right.
But so our Cabo is a really incredible
Really.
resort option for people. We had a famous wedding there a few years ago.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say who it is, so I'm just going to keep that.
Yeah, that's
secret.
right.
It was a
To
famous
yourself. Keep it to
person
yourself.
from Texas. No big deal.
Woohoo, Texas.
And so it's just an elevated experience with that really amazing resort feel. They have the activities, they have the
Right.
food, they have the drinks, and then they have that, opportunity to create the experience
Right.
that the guest wants.
And
Your
that's a
destination.
beautiful thing because, like in travel, if you work intense and it's almost like an experience of the boat, but you're on land.
Right.
And you can just, because some people just cannot do the boat at all.
Are you
Like,
talking about cruises?
yeah,
Oh,
some
okay.
people just can't jump on it and have all exclusive. But this is like a high level of an experience.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. That you can go somewhere and have a destination and you can just, I still bring my laptop always.
yeah.
My
I
laptop's
do.
always with me.
Always
It's
with me,
ridiculous.
but I was gonna say leave the laptop and just enjoy the experience of the luxury feel. So tell me some of the things at the a la carte. I'm saying it, and I hope I'm not disrespecting the brand by any means, but the one that you have to add things and it's not all
Nobu.
right. Tell us more about that one too.
Yeah, so that's our I guess you call it like super luxury. It's going to be our, we call it an EP plan, a European plan in the travel industry. And it just means it's not all inclusive. So whenever your guests go, they still get an amazingly beautiful resort. They have the experiences, the amenities, things like that. But then their food and their drinks will just be added up at the end and you pay when you check out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are some of the amenities that are on some of these resort? Like, what is it? Golf? Or does everybody have golf at every location? Or what's some of the give and take? Because some of the properties have children that can attend the property, and some are just all adults. So, what's the give and take from the two? I guess.
From the adult only versus the kids. So every single one of our properties is going to have an incredible spa. And so you can help your clients relax, like in true fashion. And all of the, one of the things I love, and this is pretty industry standard, whenever you're in destination and you book like a spa treatment, included with that is going to be a 1 hour hydrotherapy circuit where that they can go in and get an extra hour in the spa.
Right.
Just relaxing. You might have to cold plunge, but just do
Right.
it.
Right.
Not everybody loves a good cold plunge, but
Right.
I don't do it.
It
all.
actually,
you guys
it's
do
good
it.
for
It's so
you.
good for you.
It is. It's really good for you. It's like almost like a reset button to me.
It is
I-
refreshing.
yeah.
After you get out,
It
you're like, I
is.
just did that. It was
Right.
amazing. You
Right.
gotta try it. You gotta try
It's
it.
like
Next time,
Right,
take them,
I
and then
am.
we're videoing. And
Right.
we're gonna be like, do
Absolutely
it. Peer
not.
pressure.
because
all
it's
the peer
good
pressure.
for you. It's like everything rushes, your blood flows, your
good for you.
mind, and then you get out and you're like, wow.
There's lots of people that don't drink water, and I drink water. So.
It's a hard no for him.
Yeah.
But so that's cool of that experience.
Yeah, some other things that would be different would be some of the children's amenities. So like at our Hard Rock properties, we have amazing kids and teen clubs where the kids, depending on how old they are, they can go to certain areas of the resort and they have fun stuff for them to do. For example, some of our properties have laser tag that the kids can play.
Oh, wow.
Bowling. They in the kids club they might have like a trampoline park. They might have like
wow.
little dry slides. They have some video game things for the teenagers, pool tables, stuff like that. That creates a really cool experience for them. They're getting to meet people, which is always really fun when you're in destination because you never know where they're from.
Right.
Right? At our adult-only properties, you're not going to have any of those amenities.
Okay.
There's no kids' amenities because there's no kids. Our adult properties start at 18 years old. So for the adults, things that you're going to have would be like tequila tasting, mixology classes. Wow. At Unico specifically, we have...
I'll plunge into that.
Yeah.
This is ice cold. This is what I'm talking about.
Exactly. That's the only thing I do cold.
Stirred, not shaking.
I love that. They offer cool things like at Unico, every single guest in a room, they get a hat and slippers, and you can take your hat. It's yours. You get to keep it, and you can take it and go and like get it painted with different cool stuff. It's a really just fun little gesture for you to take home and also wear. And because sometimes you forget a hat or sunscreen.
Like a little keepsake or something to remember the time. You post it up at home, and then when you're having bad days, you're going, oh, it's time for vacation. Perfect, gotta go. Get another hat.
I'm interested in the Nobu resort because all you think of Nobu really is the restaurants. So how long has this been around?
Oh gosh, Nobu. Well, it was birthed because of the restaurant, right? And then they just wanted to expand on that success. I am not 100% sure. I'm sorry, I didn't come prepared with that.
No worries.
No.
But the Cabo Nobu is it's newer than our Cabo Hard Rock. So I think that one was don't quote me, like 2016, 2015, something like that.
Where is it on Cabo?
So it's about 45 minutes from the airport. So if you have clients that are really just like, put me in the destination, I don't want to see people, great option. And if you have clients and they are like, I really care about safety, there's about 4 different safety checkpoints that you have to go through to get into the neighborhood called Diamante in Cabo to access both of the properties. They're right next door to each other.
Gotcha. So which airport?
Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas, okay.
SJD.
Yep.
STJ.
Yep.
SJD.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
nice.
I will be researching.
Oh, it's incredible.
I could imagine.
They have they have the regular hotel at Nobu, and then they have the residences. So then if you have clients that are looking for ultra luxury, they are like 1,800 square feet. They're like little houses. And they didn't show, when we had our thing the other day, you saw a couple of pictures, but there's the bathrooms are what make this place, I swear. They're wood tubs.
Yeah.
They're,
yeah. Divine.
Dreamy.
Divine. Luxury at its finest.
Right.
Dripping with luxury.
Right. Seriously, because the what we saw, is beautiful.
I can imagine.
Now, the one that's opening up in 2026.
Jamaica.
That's Jamaica. What brand was that again? Is it the new?
Not Nobu. So we are going to offer both a Hard Rock and an Unico in Jamaica.
I knew it was 2 things and I couldn't remember. Okay.
So we have a family property and our adult-only property opening up. And it will be about 15 minutes away from the airport. And if you've never been to Jamaica, that's huge.
That is huge.
Because getting around in Jamaica,
you have to jump in the truck. You got to go around and really fast.
Right.
To get to your destination. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're really excited about that.
This is good. And around about 2016, right?
2026.
2026, yeah.
Going back.
I know. I went time back and went into the car back.
I have less wrinkles in 2016.
Right.
So perfect.
We're just throwing out numbers.
Right.
So that one, when will they have like a big grand opening when they do it, or?
They will. So when
for customers to kind of like,
I think it's going to be a huge
That's
success.
Gonna be fun.
One of the cool things about it is that Jamaica in itself is an incredible destination. There is so much beauty there.
Yeah. Water, everything.
And they have a pretty hard market. I'm trying to think of the right word. There's a brand there that's very well known there.
Okay.
And it's great. I will never knock that brand.
Right.
When I was in the seat of a travel agent,
Right.
I sold it all the time.
Right.
But this just kicks it up a notch. The buzz about it is high. Everybody is very,
I'm super
very excited.
I'm already super excited from the pictures that I've seen. I'm super excited. So if y'all didn't know already, yes, I own a property management company, and yes, I do own a travel agency now. So, and that's what one of our focuses too, is the luxury side of it. And like I was sharing with you, with the property management company side, for us, sometimes our high-end clients, once a year, we bundle something together and give it to them as a gift.
Yeah.
The ultimate gift, right?
That
to
is
give that
incredible.
to one of your top clients that you do business with. So I use the platform sometime as that to reward my top, CEO and his wife or the CFO for the amount of business and the longevity of a relationship. And it works for me.
Yeah, I bet. Quite the gift.
Right, quite the gift. But at the same time, it's fun. And then usually maybe I'll go in one of the nights, just one, to just say, hey, is everything good? Thank you for your business. And do that personal touch. That's something that I've done for my companies.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
Because it's just rewarding, because like in industries you work so hard and sometimes you got to be different,
Yeah.
And when you did your presentation, it was different and it was warm and inviting to say, ooh, this is exciting. This is something that levels up to a higher level to, wanting to experience it.
Yep.
And want to share it with other people so they can see it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm very honored that you would think of us
Right.
in that manner. And thank
No,
you.
it's like leveling up. I was like, oh, I got to get her on the show, because it's where it's at when you're dealing either with your clients. Like I said, that's, everybody's not going to give like that.
Right.
But when I seen what I seen, I'm like, oh, this is on another level. Look at the, wooden tub. Look at this. Look at that. One of them had like a tub in the bathroom. I mean, in the bedroom or something. I couldn't remember which location was that. Was that Miami or? I can't remember which one.
So we have a hot tub in the room at Hard Rock Cancun.
Cancun, okay.
But then we have whirlpool tubs on the balcony in Punta Cana, at our Unico in Riviera Maya. We'll have it at our Unico in Puerto Vallarta.
That sounds like an adult-only type of place.
It's incredible. And all of those are adult-only properties at Unico. They have what we call a local host. So again, just elevating that experience. Some might see it as like a butler if you don't have anything else to like relate that to. But they will come in. I mean, they'll do all of your reservations, things like that you know of. If you're missing anything in your room, they'll do the turn-down service, all of that. But let's say that you or your clients were out all day on an excursion or something like that, and you're just like, I just want to relax. Well, you just text them and be like, I would love a hot bath, a bubble bath. They will go onto the balcony, and they will fill the tub. They'll say, hey, what time are you going to be home? Or, they'll fill the tub. They'll put bubbles in it. They'll put some flowers. They might bring some strawberries and champagne.
Oh, divine.
That makes
I
the trip.
love them.
Things like
But that's
that
that
make-
special relationship we've all talked about on our show. We talk about, me and Austin talk about a lot. But at the end, it all ends back with relationship. And that puts a spin on that, where you could text and say, hey, we've been out on this excursion. We're tired. Gosh, it will feel good to have a hot running bath when I get back.
Or your honeymoon couples.
Yeah,
definitely.
What I wish I knew at the start. Trusting Blue Scorpion Property Preservation Management Group with our commercial landscaping was the best decision ever. Blue Scorpion Property Preservation Management Group has been transforming commercial spaces into green paradises. Our clients can't stop raving about us. Just listen to what they have to say.
First client review. Our property has never looked this good. 5 stars all the way.
Second client review. Professional, reliable, and simply the best in the business. 5-star service.
From lush green lawns to vibrant floral displays, we've got it all covered. Our dedicated team ensures your property not only looks great but stands out.
Third client review. Their attention to detail is incredible. Our landscaping has never been in better hands. 5 stars.
Whether you're a business or an individual, Blue Scorpion Property Preservation Management Group brings expertise, reliability, and a touch of magic to every project. Ready to transform your property? Join the 5-Star Club! Because at Blue Scorpion Property Preservation Management Group, we believe every property deserves to shine. Blue Scorpion Property Preservation Management Group, where properties thrive.
But you probably wouldn't even want to go back home.
Right. Never.
You wouldn't want to go back home.
I'm like that on every trip.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like that. There's like a reel about it going around right now. It's like I'm in that friend group that we plan as soon as we get there halfway through the trip of how we're moving here and what we're buying. We're like,
Or
that's
you're
all
like-
we talk about the whole time. We're gonna live
The
here.
memes where it's like, I've been here for 7 seconds, the next thing out of your mouth is, what
What
do
are
I have
we
to do
gonna
to
do?
move here?
Exactly.
Where's the
That's my
jobs?
friend
Like,
group.
I'm home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not
that's,
going home.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice.
Yeah.
That sets it apart from everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which one, and I know this is like you wasn't prepared for this question, but which
Okay.
one is your favorite? Like, do you have a favorite one that you like, even though, because you're taking yourself out of it and saying which one I really like. So with the kids and without the kids, it's hard, it's kind of, I guess, hard to say it, but is there one that you really like, and is there a amenity of one that you just like hanging out at?
Okay, so I can break this down because
Okay.
it really depends on the experience that you're trying to have and who's coming with you.
Right.
Okay.
So we are opening Unico Puerto Vallarta September 1 of this year.
Okay.
I haven't been to that one yet, but they've taken everything that was so wonderful and successful with Unico Riviera Maya, and they're transitioning it over to our new destination. So I don't know, that one might be my favorite, but as of right now, if I'm going for an adult-only experience, I love Unico Riviera Maya.
Okay.
It's the food, it's the ambiance, it's the shows at night. They're incredible.
Oh.
The drinks, every single restaurant has a fun little like specialty drink that you can get, all of the bars, all of that. So you're trying something new that is local to the culture, and I love being immersed in that
too.
culture when I go places.
Without having to leave the resort.
Exactly. And that's what I think really differentiates us from other all-inclusive
Right.
resorts, is that immersion.
Right.
If I'm taking my family, this one's kind of like hit or miss. So like my littles, they love the idea of water and the ocean, but they hate the salt. So, so Cabo, that property is just incredible. But for amenities and things like that, Hard Rock Riviera Maya, it's so much stuff for them to do. Like, they will never be bored.
I was just gonna ask
Never.
that. So when you go on the trip, is it that you did not get to experience everything because there's so much to do?
Yes. Yes, so it's kind of a toss-up, right? Because I have Hard Rock Riviera Maya, tons of stuff to do. And then they have like a little cove beach. So my little one who can't swim, and he'll tell me like, if I don't have my floaties, I'm gonna boop, boop, boop. I'm like, that's right, at least you know. He has a place that he can go, and I'm comfortable with him just splashing around. There's not gonna be waves
Right.
crashing over him. But then you also have Punta Cana, which is our largest Hard Rock property. And it, again, tons of stuff for guests to do of all ages. And so it's really hard. But then that beach is not a cove, it's a full-on beach. And so it can get rough and rocky, but it's still beautiful blue waters.
Right.
And then if I'm just not feeling the beach, I love Ava. It's our newest build, and it's 15 minutes from the airport. Tons of
I
stuff
like
to
that.
do for everyone. So it's just kind of the experience that you want to have.
Right.
You got to talk through that.
I like the short distance from the airport because you can experience it all the way up until it's time to go home.
Right.
Have you ever been running to the airport because you're like, I just want to stay
Every
here a
time.
little longer? Like, he said every time.
Every time. I know. All my friends are like, we're not doing the Home Alone run with you anymore. So I'm always late to everything. It's a bad habit. But yeah, every friend I've ever been with, they're like, I will never fly with you ever again. I mean, it's fine. They got more flights today.
So are
If we
you the
make it
one
on
running
next
after the
one-
boat on the cruise?
Exactly. Yeah, if I were to go on a cruise, I'd be the one that everybody's cheering for. And I'm like,
We're
I'm coming.
gone.
I'm coming.
Oh, that's
Sunburn.
cool.
Yeah.
Any more questions you have? for the-
Yeah, I was thinking about booking. So my family, for instance, never has ever, until last year, one of my aunts randomly, someone she knew became a travel agent and decided, they were talking one night at dinner, she was not marketing it well. She wasn't telling anybody around her,
What?
about, I know.
Come on.
Hopefully she doesn't work for you. But she just doesn't, because she probably uses it mostly for her benefit too, but also she just kind of nonchalantly, and I was like, no,
There's
that's
a lot
her,
of
that's her
agents
sales
like
pitch. She just,
Yeah.
once she finds out somebody's doing something, then that's why she chose to share it with you at that point. She knew you wanted to go on this trip. But I think it's a misconception that you probably already know, that whenever I think of anytime you use someone else for something, that's going to cost more, because that agent has to get paid. So I don't want to go pay a travel agent to go travel whenever I could just book this on myself. And she was shown that it's nothing like that. It was not only cheaper, but all of these crazy things added. And just to top it all off, since this is her first time using this friend, she had all kinds of things waiting at their door whenever they got there, and in the car whenever they got to the car, and had a car for her. They didn't have to call an Uber, and she was
It's a
it was
different
over the top.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So then my aunt's selling it to us all.
Oh,
Like, we will always use travel agent from now on to travel anywhere, because they'll also, they all kind of network, and maybe it's not their brand, but they'll say, hey, this is my friend that covers this brand.
Right.
You need to go do this.
I
But
love that.
what other misconceptions that are about that of, that you would entice someone to use a travel agent
Yeah,
that you
okay.
get out of using them?
Absolutely. So I am not a travel agent. I
Right.
used to be. So I advocate for travel agents. I want everybody to use a travel agent. And here is why. I will answer your question too. But first off, if you have a client that's like, I think I want to go to Cancun, Riviera Maya, or they just say Riviera Maya, or they just say Cancun, it's the same airport, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And there are over 200 all-inclusive resorts in Cancun and Riviera Maya.
Right.
And some of them say that they're 5 stars.
Right.
I wouldn't go and say this one right here is 5 stars.
Maybe
The
in
food is
1998.
inedible. The food's
Right.
inedible. Yeah, exactly. The rooms are uncomfortable. Like, you don't get Wi-Fi. You don't get the 24-hour room
Right.
service. All of this stuff really factors into. But those 5 stars are based on the amenities that are provided. So they
Right.
check those boxes, right?
Right.
As a travel advisor, one of your jobs is to get in destination and check these properties out.
Right.
And a lot of them do that. If you're brand new, then you're kind of relying on someone else and what they've taught you and things like that.
Right.
100% ask those questions if you're a new advisor.
Right.
Right? But if you're a client that's working with a travel agent, then you have their expertise, and they can say, oh, I've been there, and this is
Right.
what I thought of it. And this is why I think it would be a really good option for you.
Right.
Some misconceptions with the travel advisor is, one, they're going to be more expensive, and
Right.
some of them do charge fees, depending on what you're doing. So Mexico and Caribbean, if they're really good at it and they can do it, they can pop those quotes out
Right.
5-10 minutes. If you're doing Europe, maybe they charge a little bit more because it costs extra money. If you're doing Hawaii, maybe they charge a fee because it costs extra money. Destination weddings, things like that take more time,
Right.
those might come with a fee,
Yeah.
depending on their
But it's
level.
well worth it.
Well worth it.
Right.
Well
Yeah.
worth it. Another misconception, and I love this question, thank you. Because my job is to be the cheerleader for my travel agents that I want to sell my property, right? So what can I do? I can tell them as guests, as people in the industry looking for somewhere to go, people that are looking for somewhere to go
Right.
that are not in the industry, is shop your travel agent, don't shop their rates. Because the travel agents are all pulling from the same
Pool.
suppliers,
Right.
hotel partners, things like that. So really what you should be shopping would be the connection that you have with your travel advisor.
Correct.
Kind of like a therapist.
Right.
Because they are creating these experiences for you that get you away from reality.
Right.
Right?
Ease your mind. Yeah.
So, and then whenever you're shopping rates against travel advisors, you're really putting a travel agent in a position where they're having to cut something,
Right.
and it's like not messing up their business, but they're doing something. Shoot, I can't think of the word.
But I know exactly what you're talking
not
about.
downgrading their service or something like. But they're cutting their
just trying to
commissions or
appease
something
you
like that.
to gain your trust, gain you as a client. But it's shaving something off.
Exactly.
It's shaving something off, and so at the end of the day, when you put them against each other that way, that one might do that experience, and I loved how you explained it. Being in that industry when you were the travel agent,
right.
you're explaining it exactly perfect, because that's what it is. It's exactly that way, and it doesn't devalue the experience, because each one do something different,
right.
But it's better to find the person, like you said, with the personality that can get you what you want, and know that, they know I like X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
Right.
Because guess what? They'll have that sparkling bottle of champagne in your room. They would remember your favorite color is blue.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do these extra things that are the relationship we talked about on the show, like forever.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love my my company of the travel agency side, because it's rewarding. I think it's a rewarding experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're like,
Does that answer your question?
I'm just planning it in my head.
He's going somewhere. He's already in Hawaii. He's left us.
No, he's going to
Right.
Nova.
Yeah.
100%. He's
Cabo.
going to Nova.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I wish we would have did this a few weeks ago with you, because I have a friend that Michael, he just went and took his girlfriend to Cabo, is where they end up going. And he was like, send me a list of places. And I'm like, people charge for this. Just
Some
kidding.
of
He
them.
was just asking where I've
Yeah.
been, because I've been to
Oh,
Cabo
yeah.
a few times. And anyways, so I listed out some crazy places. And I'm like, I said that though. I was like, well, it depends on what kind of experience you're
Exactly.
wanting.
Good job.
Right.
This one is very family oriented, and you're gonna see kids everywhere. I know
Right.
that, but they have clubs, and I know he likes to do that. This other one is not like that at all. It's a very quiet, very still, and it's all about, if you're taking a new girl to it, maybe that would be good. You guys go
Right,
get
'cause it's the
massages.
experience,
You lay
yeah.
by this quiet pool.
Right.
Somebody's playing the mandala or something, next to you. I don't know, but that's kind of what it's like. And then, but it's close to downtown, so I'm like, you can go out to
Hopping.
clubs or whatever.
And
then
people like convenience when they travel,
Right.
because in the everyday work life, the hustle and bustle. So you don't want to get somewhere to a destination. You're responsible to, like, okay, everybody, let me look and see what excursion, because it's usually one person in the family always having to organize everything, and that person need a vacation from the vacation.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
to get to a resort like that on a high-end 5-star luxury, the chef winning awards, that's a whole different type of experience.
Right.
That you just literally want to change your name and just be somebody else anonymously and just be there forever.
Right.
And don't want to leave, So it's a good fit.
Right, and I like it too, because it even takes time. A lot of people probably I'll do it myself type of people, even just if they do know how to book it a certain way and at a certain time, and go to the concierge service or whatever to book all of their excursions, that still takes time. So
Right.
why not do the one-stop shop, and
Right. Well,
they
you're
do
paying for
right. They do you
experience.
do all of that, right? So
You're paying for experience and travel.
Yeah.
The travel industry and that's why I jumped into it, because I love travel. I love my property management company, but it is a very high demand, and I like to go travel, and that's kind of what piqued me. On Facebook, my Instagram, I'm always was posting. I'm here in the
Right.
Caribbeans. I'm over here, and
Yeah.
and I'm an island girl, and I love the islands, and so I'm always posting. And I was like, you know what? I need to open up my business, and so it's been very rewarding, and to learn and meet new people.
Right.
To meet you and meet new people, and just it's a happy time, because you're talking about happy things, right? You're talking about happy things. It's not a stressful conversation.
right,
And now you're thinking mentally, how and what do I need to do to get the revenue to go to this place, because I want to experience what that agent, which you're not an agent, but an agent, tells you. Like
Right.
say, hey, have you experienced that? Because the one lady that was in a presentation, she like went to all of the properties. She was like speaking at an event that she put on, and she was like, oh yeah, I've been there, and we did this, we did a family reunion here, and she goes, how many people been to here? And this one lady goes, oh, I've been there. I think she literally been to every single place. And I was like, my goodness,
I know.
what is your name?
Yeah.
What's your number?
When are you retiring?
Can we be friends? You know, so it's a win, you know, and it's a happy time to talk about stuff. So
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to share with us, or you got any more questions, Austin?
You have anything?
I don't have any more questions, because I'm just, you know, I'm immersed already into the business side of it for myself. I, you know, shared about how I, you know, sometimes graciously, depends on how the year goes, I've blessed people with destination vacations, and you know, I think it's actually, I need a vacation right now. That's probably one of the things I need.
All I can think about
Right now. But I was just super excited to have you on the show. Seriously, super excited. Thank you for the, you know, saying yes. And anything, last things that you'll like to tell anybody or the viewers on our podcast?
Well, I mean, if you want to kind of run through like our properties, we can do that really quick.
Yeah.
Please
Talk a little
do
bit.
so.
Of course.
Please do so.
So if you have any clients and they are super family oriented, that's going to be our Hard Rock properties.
Okay.
Right, and then you just figure out what kind of experience they want. Do they need a good beach? Do they need a ton of amenities? Are they okay with a bigger footprint? You know, and then we match them up
Okay.
based on that. Do they have to have a swimmable beach? Because Cabo, you can't swim in that beach right there. You
Right.
know. Are they more of like a pool person? Things like that. We just ask those questions, and then we can match them up with something that's really, really great. Depending on how old the kids are, then that matters. And we in Hard Rock we have Cancun, Riviera Maya, Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, Punta Cana, and eventually we will have Jamaica. And all of them are
love how
all
knowledgeable she is.
inclusive. And then if you have clients that are looking for an adult-only getaway, that's where our Unico collection comes in. And I say collection because right now it is only the Riviera Maya resort, but we are expanding. And like I said, in September, we're opening up our Puerto Vallarta Unico. And then next year will be Jamaica. And then at some point, we are also going to have an Unico in Punta Cana. We already have the land and all of that. We have like a few little renderings of it, so like an idea. But that's all the information I have on that. And that's, again, that immersive experience that you can send your clients to that still is incredible without being like,
Incredible.
I'm in Mexico City. Like,
Right.
how more immersive can it get? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we have the Nobu brand where, you know, it's Chicago, Miami, and Cabo, where they can go if they want more of a not all-inclusive experience and things like that. So we really have something for everyone.
Right.
We just have to ask those questions and figure out which one really fits them the best, and what kind of experience they're looking for, because we have something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You're ready to
I'll
go.
start booking
Yeah.
today. Just kidding.
Nobu. I think you would really love Unico.
Yeah,
I think
was
you
thinking,
would really love Unico.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a
and-
good middle ground.
Yeah,
right?
it's incredible. Our celebrity chef that I was telling you about, the Top Chef Mexico, that's at Ava, Cancun, the one that's 15
Ava,
minutes
Cancun. Okay.
from the airport. Yeah.
Divine.
So there's a bunch of cool little things about every property that makes it so special.
Right.
I think that I'm very honored to be a representative for these properties, and I hope that, you know, doing stuff like this and meeting
Right.
you, we really help, you know, get some more clients in destination and grow that love
That
for
market,
the
that
property.
footprint,
Yeah.
they couldn't have found a better person to describe it,
Right.
because I'm sold, you're sold.
I know.
We're like, okay, podcast over, we're gone.
Yeah, you got to be passionate about your business.
Out of office
Right.
on.
Right, gone.
Right.
Where did she
Never.
go?
There's no gone. There's
Right.
no off. We don't have an off
right.
button.
You're like, I'm in destination, but how can I help you?
Right.
Right.
I
My
get it.
Wi-Fi's a little slow, but let's
Right.
go.
Yeah. While you stirring your little drink.
I will be.
But we want to say thank you so much for coming on. And once again, everyone, just know that when we usually sign off, we let you know to, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you take time out with your family. Go to destinations. Enjoy luxury brands. They're out there, and don't be shy. Don't be shy. You just gotta go experience and immerse yourself in the culture at the hotels, because they will make you feel amazing. Okay?
And call your travel agent.
Call your travel agent. Don't leave your travel agent out of the picture. So if you want, you can call the Scorpion Travel.
Right.
But I love y'all, and just stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Until next time, see you later. Bye.
See ya.